about gravitational waves. Gravitational waves by Pradyumna. I have never been so excited in my whole life. My father works for NASA and he just got sent somewhere in space beyond the galaxy. The day Dad came back, he told me something about something waves. The whole so-called explanation was completely boring, but part of it was interesting. Whoa, I say, what are those? Gravitational waves are ripples in space-time, Dad tells me. They are generated in the strangest places in space. Yeah, right, I mumble. Anyways, how are these gravitational waves formed? Gravitational waves are formed when, and here's the picture. When two black holes circle around.
Hold on.
How does that work? Circle
Does.
around each other, getting closer and closer. That starts. And then what? I ask. And then the two black holes collide together, causing sort of like a harmless explosion in space. For example, let's say you and I had a long sheet of fabric. If you put a heavy ball
Come on.
Can I redo it?
All right, it might just be yellow.
A heavy ball in the middle.
Roger, sit down.
The match would bend down, that says. And then if you put a marble in the middle, the marble would go around it getting closer and closer. Boring, I say. Be quiet, Dad shouts. Be prepared to go ballistic. Just listen. Now Dad went back to normal. Just like that, the two black holes circle around each other's bends and then make the gravitational wave. Do the gravitational waves have any effect on things in space, I ask?
Oh, sorry.
I ask. Well, yes. Gravitational waves compress space-time.
It almost worked.
Again.
As they move through space, Dad says. Oh, and can you guess who predicted gravitational waves? I ask. I know, it's, who? Dad says. Albert Einstein. I say, roll my eyes. And do the gravitational waves have any effect on Earth? That size? That size. Go ask Nick about that. Yes, I say. Nick is my best friend. I met him in preschool when he was snoring loudly during nap time. So I hit him on the head with my Thomas and Tank Engine lunchbox. And we've been best friends ever since. I walked over to Nick's home. He showed me his books. My question is, do gravitational waves have any effect on Earth? I tell Nick. Well, yes, they do, Nick tells me. Gravitational waves are there all the time, but they are very hard to detect because they are extremely weak. Then who found them, I ask. LIGO did, Nick says. What's LIGO? I ask. Oh, come on. You don't know that? I thought your dad was an astronaut, Nick says, shocked. He is, I shout. LIGO is in laser interferometer in gravitational wave observatory. The machines that gave scientists their first ever glimpse at gravitational waves, Nick says, thinking he's a genius. Cool, I say. It's like we can hear the universe. The end.
Do you want to read about the author?
Yeah, about the author. Pradyumna lives in Bellevue, Washington. He goes to Chakras for school. He goes to room 104. Pradyumna is 8 years old. When he grows up, he either wants to be a football player or scientist.
Questions?
Simeon.
Is this a real story?
No.
So your dad isn't an astronaut? Okay, but does he work at NASA?
No.
Okay. And do you have a friend called Nick?
I called Nicholas that, actually.
Yeah. He has a friend named Nick.
Uh-oh. Oh, voices on?
Mia.
What's the little circle thing?
This one? Oh, the two circles in the middle are the black holes, and so in the middle it showed the explaining the black hole circling around each other thing. So those and the line thingies are the gravitational waves.
Oh.
Simeon. Okay.
In my thing, it shows that.
Is that a question? Not sure it's a question. All right, compliments. 3 compliments.
Run.
I like the yak. I like boring.
You made it funny.
Mia.
I like the you showed facts, but you also made it funny.
And Simeon.
I like how you neatly drew all the pictures on the front and neatly lit the
All right. Thank you, Pradyumna. All right. Who wants to go next?
What the heck?